top 10 amazing Android games after playing which you will really get addicted to them, so let's begin. 1. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. PUBG is a competitive survival shooter formerly developed published by Bluehole. PUBG is now being developed by PUBG Corporation, a Bluehole subsidiary company in cooperation with Brendan Green. PlayerUnknown is the creative director. PUBG is Green's first standalone game. Players are dropped into a wide, open area, and they must fight to the death, all while the battlefield shrinks, adding pressure to all in its grip. Use a variety of interesting weapons and vehicles amid the battlegrounds. Killing off another player cuts down on your competition, but it also offers up the opportunity to grab some loot. Your character can only carry around a limited amount of gear, so there are important questions to ask whenever you come across new items. Is it better to stick with your current 9mm pistol, or hold out hope that you'll be able to? Fortnite Battle Royale. Just like PUBG, Fortnite Battle Royale was also released for computers first and then adapted for mobiles. The game consists of around 100 players, playing usually 1-to-1 or with 2 or 3 players each. They need to find weapons and other resources while fighting it out with the other players for their lives. While the game doesn't look as attractive on a mobile as on a PC, the little indicator which shows the direction of the gunfire is a good addition. The PC is still without a doubt the better option for playing the game, but those who want to play it anywhere, anytime, the mobile version is the way to go. 3. Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans is a mobile game which was initially released on iOS devices and later on Android in 2013. It is a multiplayer game where players from various clans fight it out among street themselves to gain currencies, namely gold, elixir, dark elixir and gems which help them to build their town. Over the years, it has become one of the top grossing apps on Google Play as well as App Store. It has generally received favorable reviews from critics with a score of 80% on game rankings. 4. Clash Royale. Enter the arena. From the creators of Clash of Clans comes a real-time multiplayer game starring the Royale, your favorite Clash characters and much, much more. Collect and upgrade dozens of cards featuring the Clash of Clans troops, spells and defenses you know and love, as well as the royal princes, knights, baby dragons and more. Knock the enemy king and princesses from their towers to defeat your opponents and win trophies, crowns and glory in the arena. Form a clan to share cards and build your very own battle community. Lead the Clash Royale family to victory. 5. Modern Combat 5 Blackout. It was difficult to not be amazed by how beautiful Modern Combat 5 Blackout looks. One would be forgiven for forgetting that it's running on a mobile device. The story mode takes this a step further, with spectacular set pieces that wouldn't be out of place in any Call of Duty game. It pulls off some spectacular effects, especially considering the hardware, like advanced particle effects, fog, lighting and even some impressive reflections. The story mode is intense. You'll find yourself in a large variety of levels, ranging from what seem to be the canals of Venice to shabby warehouses. Modern Combat 5 has no shortage of spectacles. It uses some awkward on-screen button placement that makes it difficult to either aim around or shoot, depending on the control scheme you pick. 6. Pokemon Go. In Pokemon Go, players have to keep discovering new places in the real world in order to play it. That's the only way to advance in the game. The augmented reality mode uses the camera and gyroscope to show a real-life image of a Pokemon on your screen. Throw a Pokeball towards it to catch it. You can play this game with your friends easily and trade Pokemon with them too. And there's a lot more to Pokemon Go, including gyms, arenas, and Pokemon fights. Next time you're waiting someplace for a couple of minutes, fire up Pokemon Go and walk around a bit. Who knows, you might just capture a rare Pokemon. 7. Asphalt 9. Asphalt 9 is of the best racing games available on the smartphone. And Asphalt 9 Legends takes the arcade part of it to a whole new level. So much so that acceleration in the game is automatic. All you have to do is to make the decisions of which lane to take, when to use a booster, when to drift, and when you crash into an opponent to throw him off the road. This new version has a world of its own with new supercars from Porsche, Lamborghini, Mercedes. Nova Legacy. Nova Legacy is a successor of Nova, an adventure game originally introduced on the iOS devices, but later released on Android as well in 2017. Nova is basically a shooter who has to fight against alien enemies called Xenos. The storyline is inspired by other sci-fi characters and movies. Nova has received positive reviews from the critics and has a score of 9400 on Metacritic.
9. The objective of Crossy Road is to cross an endless series of roads and obstacles as far as possible without them. The player plays as a chosen character and must tap to go forward or swipe the screen in the appropriate direction to move the character horizontally. The game consists of an endless series of obstacles in a set path, such as rivers, cars and trains. The player must time movements correctly in order to pass these obstacles without dying. For example, in the instance of a river, the player must cross the river using floating logs, without landing in the water. If the player takes too much time crossing an obstacle, or goes idle, a bald eagle will snatch the character, resulting in the game's end. Every forward movement will earn 1 point, with every 50 points sounded out by an effect. Furthermore, there are coins scattered across the environment that can be used to make new characters playable.
10. Alto's Adventure. Alto's Adventure takes the snowboarding games we've played for years and adds a whole lot of beauty to them. It is hands down one of the best looking games on the iPhone. And the gameplay isn't too shabby either. Alto is an endless sprinter/snowboarder, who is always ready to march his way along the snow-clad mountains in search of his escaped llamas. The game is all about running through the obstacles and jumping off heights to collect coins to unlock levels, characters, and snowboards. It's a simple game, but it keeps you focused and interested without paying much attention to the controls.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos.